So the tobacco litigation was really interesting because it was so, heavy discovery, right? And what they were trying to prove was that they knew that this was a chemical and they knew they were marketing to young kids, right? But they weren't obviously admitting it. Everyone was at the office late at night and someone called, like a random caller, and said, "We have what you want in the garbage can." And the trial was hot and heavy, so it was going pretty crazy. And so there was dog poop all in the trash can, right? And dog poop all on the paper. So Russ Herman has a big statue of a gold piece of poop that he has like on his desk because it's like that was what won the case.
Isn't it crazy? Like you have to like literally dig as a lawyer. All these lawyer shows we watch, they're all true. You have to no one's gonna just give you, hey, we screwed up. You gotta find it.
Right, and then back, that was Discovery where they'd say, okay, Discovery's on its way, right? And it was like 12 semis full of documents, right? And we'd have to go through with a yellow highlighter.
Welcome to this episode of Bourbon and Proof, where we find those who inspire us because they've succeeded in both law and life. And we are very honored and blessed today to have Miss Candice Bond.
Thank you.
For those who don't know Candice, she literally came from the bayous of Louisiana to Bel Air. And we're going to tell her story from being that little girl in Louisiana all the way up through.
Bayou girl. She's a bayou girl.
Bayou.
Don't mess with them.
That's right. So we're going to start, we always start with a whiskey pour.
Okay.
So I'm going to start today with Smoke Wagon, and this is bottled and bond. So this is very special for Candice Bond. Well, a lot of whiskeys are bottled and bond because if it's 50% alcohol, you can qualify for being bond. But this is also from Nevada, and they make this this is a rye one, and the first time I ever met this Candice Bond was in Nevada.
Yes, there we go.
So let's pour first. Mauro, can you just...
We were both surprised that each of us were cool.
That's
right. I was like, you're cool. And he's like, you're cool. And I'm like, how do we not know each other?
That's exactly what happened. So when I first met Candice, we were at the... actually, I need a little more. This is it.
Yeah, what is that?
These glasses are rye. This is just a sample.
It's a taster.
All right. Barely wet my whistle.
Wet your whistle. That's such an old thing to say. Cheers.
Cheers. Cilantro.
Cheers.
So tell me what you think of this one, because I'm a big fan of it.
Okay.
Bob, you failed to introduce your...
Mauro.
Your
co-host.
Your most esteemed co-host.
All right, well, Mauro Fiore is here, ladies and gentlemen. La, 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 la. Here he is. Okay, so.
I like it. It, like, cleans out your chest. It feels like a little, like...
It's a good starter.
Yeah, it feels like it's...
working its way through.
Bob, have you ever heard about how you're supposed to drink whiskey? You're supposed to hold your breath and drink it, and then after 3 seconds, then take a breath. And it's supposed to, like, really hit you good.
No, I think this is one of his, like, sexual fantasies.
No, I was about to say, it sounds very tantric.
I know. This guy. All right, here we go. So, first time I met Candice was at the Cala convention in Vegas, and Candice was holding court just at the bar, at the nice bar, across from the B bar.
Yeah.
Dave Renard says, I want you to meet my friend. Because this is when I was first starting to try a lot of cases, and this is Candice Bond. I was like, holy shit.
This is when the convention was at the Bellagio.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so. I don't remember.
This is when it was fun.
It was fun.
Because they had that one circle bar over there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, it was kind of by the hotel, our rooms.
Correct.
I remember that one.
Yeah, we'd kind of go down to our, slither down to our...
Yeah, and because I always thought of, this unapproachable celebrity lawyer. And I was like, holy shit, she's hilarious.
Oh yes. My God, that is funny.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, I love Dave.
Yeah.
He's been coming to all my sons' birthday parties.
Wow.
He and Christine. And so I really have a special extra love for him because that's just, to travel, to come to that. It's just like, okay, I love you.
Yeah.
You're my buddy.
Dave and Christine and my wife and I actually went on his honeymoon, believe it or not.
They came on my honeymoon.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It actually gave me somebody to talk to,
Yeah.
My wife doesn't watch this thing.
Yeah.
No, it was fun that they came, and it was great. And Dave and Christina are good friends of ours. He lives probably about... If I was on a golf course, I could hit a driver to his house from my house. So
that's
it's
awesome.
Right in my neighborhood. So we hang out with them. We go to dinner and stuff because they're close.
Just good people.
Very good people.
Very good people.
So, Candice, we're going to tell our viewers all about how you became that little girl in Louisiana.
Right.
Single mom.
right? Single mom.
Only child.
Only child.
To get your GED at 16.
Yes, yes.
Fighting ever since.
Yeah, we were from Gillis, Louisiana, which is small. It's bayou country. It's population about 500.
You think it was named after Dobie Gillis? Oh, that's an old show.
I don't know.
Is that
Dobie
from,
Gillis.
Is
Nick
that
at Night
from,
back in the day.
That's from like Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Black and white.
Maybe. You never know. The other little town was called Moss Bluff, so that was also a little weird word. So yeah, I grew up there. My family was there, so I loved it there. And my mom was in actually a car accident when we were younger, when I was 12. And that's kind of was my first, now that I look back on like your life's journey, I see how that was like my first introduction to insurance, big insurance, and how they, try to approach people that they think are poor or whatever, which we were, right? To give you a quick check so that you don't
Literally
get a lawyer.
A quick check.
Literally give you a quick check. Literally knock on your door. The agent, the State Farm agent, knock on your door. I don't know if I could say State Farm, and they give you a check.
Sure. You can say Snake Farm.
They give you a check, and I remember thinking, because it was such a bad accident, like it was one of those where like my mom was like in the jaws of life, like taking one ambulance, and I had blood all over my jeans. I remember, and they're like my new jeans.
How old were you?
12.
12, shit.
Yeah, and then they didn't know where my blood was coming from, so they put me in another ambulance, and then her in another ambulance, and so I didn't know if she was like dead or alive for like hours. So like once I got to the hospital. So that was pretty crazy. And then she had like major injuries. She was in the hospital for some days. And then when we got out, I remember, some random person knocking on our door. And my grandpa was like, come to the kitchen table, which to us is like big time. Like if you're inviting him to our kitchen table, that's like that's Southern. That's like, we're going to be nice to you, right? And so, and my grandpa was like, this seems like good. And $8,000, right? For like punctured lung, punctured liver.
And now you only work on those 7, 8, 9-figure cases. I mean, that was a 7-figure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And plus the story behind it, a single mom that has to provide for me and all of our family. We were on vacation actually there. We'd gone back to see my grandpa. And, that disturbed everything. It disturbed how she worked and, how she slept. And, single mom works like 3 jobs sometimes. And so it was a big deal. And those are the people that our clients need to meet.
But do you think that, if you had to rewind time and disrupt the continuum, if your mom had found known a lawyer, I mean, you probably didn't know any lawyers.
We didn't know any lawyers. No, we didn't know any lawyers.
She found a good lawyer out there and she had a 7-figure recovery. Would you be Candice Bond that we know today?
I mean, I don't know how that really, because I didn't think that was a huge effect on me, like back then, right? So back then, the big effect was my cousin actually died when I was 16 in a car accident. And we were named after each other, Brandy and Candy. We were like, our aunt, my mom and my aunt were very close. And when she died in the car accident, that's what really screwed me up. Just seeing like 60. The dead body, being in the South, we have, this viewing. So the body's there for 24 hours so people can come say bye to the body. Then we have the funeral. And so me being like with this dead body, which was my cousin, like for 24 hours, just really jacked me up. So I quit school at that point. I didn't really know why I was quitting school. In my mind, I was like, I'm just tired of school. Who needs school? But it was a lot of trauma, I think.
This was 16 years old. Mm-hmm. Quit school after Brandy died.
Yeah, after Brandy died, yeah.
So what'd you do after that?
After that, I went to New Orleans and I worked on Bourbon Street and I got a job as a receptionist for an oil and gas company. And then I was a receptionist there for their firm. And they were like, hey, you're smart. Why don't you go to paralegal school? So I was like, okay, cool. So I went to paralegal school. And then he was like, hey, the guy at paralegal night school was like, hey, you're smart. Why aren't you in college? I'm like, I don't know. We can't afford that where I'm from, And he's like, yes, you can. Go get the papers, bring them back and fill them out. And so I did. And then I was in college, and then I was a paralegal intern. I got a little, upgrade because I was in paralegal school. And then, I worked for the best firm, Herman Katz and Kotler. I don't know if it's Kotler anymore.
Not Doug Kotler.
No, they're so good.
This was in Louisiana?
Yeah, New Orleans. They're still going, and they started the big tobacco litigation. They started it.
Wow.
Russ Herman. So he's like, even in Morgan's book, he references like the heavy hitters, and he references Panish and Russ Herman.
I remember that's You Can't Teach Hungry, and I remember reading that book.
Yeah.
When I met Brian Panish, he gave me a copy, and it even says in there, you'll pay a premium if Brian Panish is on your case in California. It must be Herman the one.
Oh yeah, it is. It's crazy. And so the tobacco litigation was really interesting because it was so, heavy discovery, right? And what they were trying to prove was that they knew that this was a chemical, and they knew they were marketing to young kids, right? But they weren't obviously admitting it. And so there was all these emails back and forth where they were admitting it, right? So one night, everyone was at the office late at night, and someone called, like a random caller, and said, "We have what you want in the garbage in the garbage can."
Like in the movies.
Like this really happened though in New Orleans.
It sounds like what's that movie with Danny DeVito and
Matt Damon, The Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker.
Yeah, it like really happened.
And Morrow's like DeVito. He sits in the emergency room.
Actually, I've been compared to Bruiser in that film.
Bruiser.
Remember Bruiser?
Bruiser was cool.
Stock in trade was stolen evidence, remember?
Oh, there we
that
go.
That was the Bruiser.
His Shark Tank, I remember. I like that.
Yes, remember Bruiser said, my associates are expected to generate their own fees. In other words, cap cases.
Yes. God, those people have.
That's a
why
great
we
movie,
got
by the way.
It's fantastic.
I love that movie. That's like one of my. I tell my office.
Did you ever think about making your life into a screenplay? I was talking to my friend Bryce on the way here, and just telling your story, and he was like, "This sounds like the best movie ever." I'm like, "This is a real person." Some of this really.
What's funny is so let me finish that because that story is funny. So they said it's in the trash can. So some paralegals that were working late at night all went to this trash can, like one of those big ones.
And for listeners and viewers, if you go to the trash can, it's public. So once you throw something out, there's no right to privacy, so you can actually dumpster dive.
There you go.
Not like Morrow does for fun on the weekends, but actually for
evidence. I call myself more of that's called garage sailing.
Garage sailing.
I'm a garage sailor.
Right.
So they dumpster dove, and she was a scorned girlfriend of one of these executives at Tobacco at Philip Morris, and she took all the emails that were smoking guns and she threw them in the trash can. So
was she like girlfriend, like side piece, or like? Girlfriend?
Yeah, I don't know. I was too young to really figure out what was going on. I was just evidence is coming in the trash can hot, right?
Candice, when was this? Like late 90s?
Oh God! Well, I graduated law school in 2003, so yeah, 90s, late 90s. And so, the trial was hot and heavy, so it was going pretty crazy. And so there was dog poop all in the trash can, right? And dog poop all on the paper. So Russ Herman has a big statue of a gold piece of poop that he has like on his desk because it's like that was what won the case.
Isn't it crazy? Like you have to like literally dig as a lawyer. All these lawyer shows we watch, they're all true. You have to like, no one's going to just give you, hey, we screwed up. You got to fucking find it.
Right. And then back, that was discovery where they'd say, okay, discovery's on its way, right? And it was like 12 semis full of documents, right? And we'd have to go through with a yellow highlighter. And there was just a couple of attorneys that were like, we only like this yellow highlighter. So if you use another color yellow, you'd like get in trouble. So I was like, oh my God, what is this lady like for my highlighter? But you're looking for one word in that whole semi truck and you never find it. So the poop was a great
And now you can just drop all those documents, scan them, use AI to search it for you.
So beautiful.
It's so much easier.
I was on a plane recently.
You were on a
watched
plane?
it. I was on a plane. It was flying.
Your PJ.
Yeah, no. My
Southwest
private jet
is
says
PJ.
SWA on the side.
Southwest.
Yeah, that's my private
Mine too. We're the same one.
Yeah,
Good one. It's a good one.
I was watching this movie it's like a movie that like I'd never heard of, but it was with that guy Mark Ruffalo, the actor.
Yeah, plays the Hulk.
Where he played an attorney that was suing Monsanto for like poisoning the water in this town, like in someplace in the South or New Jersey. And it was a very good movie.
You had the South of New Jersey.
Yeah, not South. It was New Jersey. Because I remember he was in New York. But the thing was, it was a very realistic movie about discovery and how shit works and everything.
Yeah.
But I never heard of the movie before. It wasn't that popular, I don't think.
I gotta
can't remember the name of it, but it's a great movie.
I love those. I love those. And they're
movie.
real. They're true. The stories that those people have, like Russ Herman has these stories that you're just like, oh my God, like really? Pretty wild.
I was thinking of the scene when you were mentioning that of in Clueless, where she's helping her dad, and everyone's at the dining room table, and they're like highlighting shit.
Yeah, highlighting things.
Oh, you're.
I think we have ants.
They're trying to get your whiskey.
Oh, no, there's some flies.
Oh my God, my son would be so excited. He'd be like, Mommy, there's bugs.
I already drank my
fast.
Bob. This story's great, but I mean, my...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Candice, bottom up.
My cup is empty. Let's get that.
Let's fill his cup.
Let's try to keep this...
Well, Candice, you're up. We gotta see what you brought.
Okay, all right.
Well, you gotta finish yours first because you cannot.
I can't mix the two?
I mean, you can, but it would be like...
Okay.
Sacrilegious.
It's
It'd
early,
be sacrilegious. We're filming early, but
It's
people
never
be watching
too early to
late.
drink booze. If your feet are on the ground, it's time to drink.
It's time to drink.
And you travel so much, the time zones don't even matter
Yeah, no,
to
the
you.
time, I'm like in one big...
You were in Peru like yesterday.
I know. I love
Mara,
it.
she was in Peru yesterday, which...
Peru?
Yeah, like Peru.
Okay,
This is...
I did it.
I remember back when I was younger, the guys would always say, "This is from Peru."
Okay, so this is...
Supposed to be
Oh, see, I don't get
Supposed
those
to be
jokes,
really
but now I
good.
get those
Oh,
jokes.
yeah, no,
That's when I was young.
yeah, that was the younger stuff. That was the cocoa leaves are very, very potent there. Okay.
Peruvian, man.
I'm excited for this.
Okay, so this,
I saw this in like before.
I saw this in a
Shit.
movie. This is Blanton's, like something special.
it's the limited edition. Apparently, it's from that wine, that Les Maison du Whisky. That's
Les Maison du Whisky.
Yes. So this
Oui.
place made it for that winery or
Sounds
that
French,
place.
but I don't know. I could be wrong.
So, but it's made in Kentucky, but they make this brand for the French.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, it was there. So, but the story is I was in Peru and I needed bourbon. So, and I'm like, Kinti, who's the shaman that I work with, Kinti.
A shaman.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Really.
I need a shaman.
you got to get into the whole shaman
He's
stuff.
so dope.
into this.
He's so dope. So he said to me, I said, hey, what kind of bourbon would you like to drink if you wanted to drink bourbon? He said, well, we don't drink that in the jungle. And I said, I know. He said, but Candice, who do you want to give this spirit to? And I said, he goes, it's a spirit. He goes, it's made. And just like how I make the medicine, I make medicine special. And when you come, I make it really special. It's a special barrel that I make just for you.
I talk about this. I think spirits are for individuals.
That's what
why.
what they call it. That's what they're called, spirits. Because the alchemy, that's how it all started back in the day. So he said, how did he say it? He said, espiritu especial para ti.
Spirit special for you.
And so he said, I had to find a spirit special for you, because he asked about you and I told him about you. So I went to the place and I said, we need something that's only been made once. Only been made once, and when the barrel was gone, it was gone. And this has got to be like the only time he's going to drink this from this barrel. It's got to be special. And so I had to go on a mission, but I found it. And so hopefully it tastes good.
Yeah. So
Hopefully it tastes good.
this is the Blanton Special Edition. These are, this is made, 2019.
And this is
One
a
barrel.
single barrel. It has the barrel number.
This is, this is,
You're probably going to have to help
I've
me
never
with
seen
the
this
way they'll
before,
like.
actually. I mean, we'll have to.
Yeah, it's a single barrel for sure. That part I know.
Tells you the warehouse.
He said there was
the
only one
number.
barrel.
I've never seen this one before.
I mean, it even looks cool the way they wrote on it, huh?
Well, they
right.
wrote down the info from the barrel, so this is a single barrel. So what's the proof on this, Bob?
It's a Nunya.
None of my business?
I'll find it in a second. I don't have my glasses, so I can't see shit in
My
it.
eyes have gone.
My guys have gone the past 2
It says
years.
53 on the side there. So it's, what, it'd be 102 proof, something like that?
Well, it says 55 right here.
55? Okay, so it'd be 110.
10.
Ooh, that's
It's a little stronger than what we said. Ooh, look at the color of this. Mara,
Little
bring
hot.
your glass over here.
We're going to come in hot.
A little hot. Caramel. Beautiful.
Oh, and he said we have to wait. He said we have to cheers and we have to say a little special prayer before we drink.
Okay.
From the jungle.
Do you have the prayer ready? Oh, look at this.
It's just a very simple.
I think I'm gonna leave this bottle on the
Let me see
table
that.
because
Let
I'm
me see that horse.
infatuated with this. You know, in Bland's, if you collect all the horses, they'll spell something and you get to put it on a board, but some can't be found. It's like the Monopoly
Yeah,
McDonald's thing.
these are like pieces.
They
Nobody
look
can get
cool.
Park
The
Place.
horses are pieces to like a puzzle
Yeah.
for Blantons, and then you can put them in a display case. Very cool.
That's awesome.
I like
That's
how it
going on my
looks.
shelf in the whiskey.
I could fill it up with after you drink it, give it to your wife. I bet she can make some really amazing body oil
Oh, that's a good idea.
with flowers in it, and she can make a really pretty body oil for herself.
She's actually been formulating new oils, and I get to test them.
Yeah. No, I don't sell them, but I always make little things. Okay, so
Oh,
he just
it
said
smells so good.
he just said all we have to say is this is to a spirit of greatness.
To a spirit
We're
of
drinking
greatness.
to a spirit of greatness.
You say
with
in
you on
Spanish,
that.
Mara, for us?
Espíritu de grandeza.
Yes, there we go.
grandeza.
Cheers.
Por tu madre, Mara, sí.
Tu madre.
She's a beautiful one. Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Very smooth for a 105 proof. It's very.
So compare this to the bottled and bond we just had, which is 50%. This is way smoother.
This
it's
is
more prior proof.
I feel like I would get really drunk if I drank a lot of this.
Well, we finished the bottle on this episode.
When it's single barrel, when it's single barrel, you know, like this is, there'll be we won't be able to find another bottle with this character.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what he said. I had him explain it to me forever, and he was like. So
you better enjoy this one.
Yeah, this bottle is it.
Another one like it.
No, we'll get some later.
I think they thought it was funny that I was like, I don't drink bourbon, and you guys. And so like all the men in the whole little store were coming to help me. Like even
what's
just
your spirit of choice?
I like tequila.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink. I like 1942. I don't even like it. I'm just like I'm kind of a sure thing. I always like the same thing over and over. I'm like that with like my car.
Bob's wife's a tequila.
She drinks a lot of tequila.
My wife likes tequila too, but you better clear out.
She drinks spicy.
Spicy.
Oh.
I don't know. You could call it spicy or homicide.
It's the same. What's her nationality?
She's Mexican.
Ooh, yes.
I think she would have been like one of the Aztec warriors.
Hell yeah, she would.
She definitely would be.
Yeah, so when she drinks tequila, man, I'm her target too, unfortunately.
Well, y'all should come to one of my retreats, and then she'll like that.
On his honeymoon that we alluded to, we went to, there's a French reference because
this guy and his French.
It was so funny though.
Okay, you can.
Mara one morning she was so mad at him and wouldn't talk to him. We didn't know why. Like, well, it didn't happen like a late night or anything.
Right.
And she was just like, it's like, Mara, what was going on? And we were in Cyprus at the time. We were in Cyprus.
No, I know. We were in someplace in like the English countryside. We were in the English countryside. Someplace.
Whatever.
We went to a bunch of countries.
So she was so mad. And we were just like, something's going on. So we had to ask. And she was like, yeah, in the middle of the night, he just wakes up and says, bring on the French whores. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, honey, he said French doors. Like,
I was like horses.
No, we had to pivot. We had to pivot.
Something fast.
But he was dreaming.
Doors in our house.
Oh yes,
He was dreaming.
He was dreaming.
He wasn't thrilled by my speech.
Isn't it funny how people can get mad at you what you say in your dreams, or what they dream about you? They're like, I dreamed you cheated on me. You're like, that was your dream. That wasn't me. That wasn't real.
I've been there.
That wasn't me. I didn't do it.
How closely are we to like being able to watch people's dreams and analyze them like live watch?
Well,
I'm next level.
I'm obsessed with AI, so I've always been. AI is really how I built my whole.
You've been cutting edge. I mean, you've been on systems for a while. She's been on systems on steroids for like a decade.
Yeah, my new one is really pretty, and it's really doing everything I want. You know, sometimes they don't do everything you want. It's doing everything I want. But AI, I didn't realize how. So my friend that I was hanging out with last night, I didn't realize the writer's strike here.
Yeah. Yep.
And I didn't realize why. I realized there was a writer's strike, and obviously it's for like more like benefits or whatever. But I didn't realize it was because of AI. So they're saying they're going to write their scripts, and then the studios are going to run it through AI, and then just have them write, like take two scripts that people and make it so they want something that says they're not going to put it in AI, and they're like, no, we're not.
You're going to see a lot more. There was one yesterday, whenever this comes out, but Sarah Silverman and a bunch of other people had sued Meta and some other folks because they're doing exactly what they are, where they're taking their jokes and these other things and just using AI, but it's their original. That's their original stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
You know, I was in.
That's what they said. It's be copyright infringement.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen eventually.
I was on vacation. You know, I was in Canada, and then I was in. Actually, I was in Martha's Vineyard by Boston.
Went to Chris Dolan's 60th.
Yeah, Chris Dolan's 60th birthday party, and we landed at the airport, and another friend of mine who will remain nameless also landed at the Martha's Vineyard airport. And so he says, hey, we'll jump in the cab with us. You know, we're going to the same hotel, right? So he gets in the cab. And he says, man, I've been in trial. I've been this, I've been that. And I'm supposed to write this article for a magazine on, like, whatever topic. And I was like, man, I got to go write this article. I was like, you don't have to write shit, man. Here. I said, do you have chat?
Chat on, yeah.
And he's like, no, I've never used that. I said, here, hold on. Hey, write me an article on blah, 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 because I don't want to say what it is, but it's probably been published. I said, how many words, dude? He said, 5,000 words, 5,000 words. And I hit the button, and then it just starts writing it, and you can watch it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's so crazy.
And then I said, here, what do you think of this? He's like, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what you could have done?
Such a
you
good
could
article.
have said, "I'll take care of you. Give me an hour. Give me $5,000. I got you."
I got you.
So, but then I told him, I said, dude, you need to read it and kind of put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
No nip tuck, But I mean, you got the 90% of it's here for you.
Yeah, I play with it. I try to see what it'll do. It's like write a demand letter. I just like that, not that we would, but I just write a demand letter that says we're going to sue them for bad faith in everything they have if they don't pay us $1 million. And the chat GPT says we do not do emotional things or threatening, threatening something like that.
You
and
ask it a different way.
I'm laughing so. Well, we don't need them, but I just think it's funny of what they will do. Or like I said, write my husband, which I don't have. Like write my husband a letter that says that I want visitation on these days, and I'm not appreciating how he's coming late every time. And so I wrote this big thing about what days we need to switch on and how he needs to be more on top of things. And I was like, well, there it is. If I had a husband, I would write him that letter.
I was actually trying to get it to do a PowerPoint for me, right?
There's ones that can do the slides.
And
AI
it said we can't do PowerPoint or whatever, but I did some further digging on the internet.
Yeah.
And the way you can ask it to give you the code for a PowerPoint. And then what you do is then you put it into PowerPoint and then it does it. So it'll give you the code.
Yeah, you could even code software like that.
Yeah,
they can give you
so
the
you can do PowerPoint with it.
But this is what Candice has been doing for a long time. So Candice is in 25 states.
Yes, 25.
Her and her firm are 25 states, and bond legal is national.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's as many as we can get in. And so COVID was a time where we were in maybe 4 states when that happened.
Wow, that fast?
No, when COVID happened, we had already been in those other states. Yeah. But then when COVID happened, we had time to like chill. And I was like, okay, systems and procedures, let's get it down. Let's get the business model down that handles all the AI, that handles all the conversations and all the ethics, and let's talk to our ethics people. Let's get the stamp of approval, because that's really, once you have that foundation, you can build 100 states,
and I've had a lot of discussions. Candice is big on ethics. So
it's my thing.
Yeah,
I spend way too much money on it probably, but it's my thing.
To make sure you're foolproof, to make sure you're overly sensitive about making sure that things are done on the high road.
Well, what's cool is that I can go to them now that we've been with them for so long, and they're awesome, Holland and Knight, and they're big.
Oh, they use Holland and Knight?
I use Holland and Knight, yeah. I still use them.
For ethics?
Mm-hmm. They're good.
I don't know much about that stuff.
Yeah, but I go with them.
You're on the ethics panel, aren't you?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
No, I feel bad because I spent most of COVID trying to perfect my sourdough recipe. Mm-hmm. So I was baking bread and really good, but I ran out of yeast, and then it was like trying to find a needle in a haystack for more yeast.
I want to taste your
maybe I should have worked in my office a little. Might have been more profitable.
Well, I was pregnant, so I was kind of stuck. I was stuck, and I'm going to give birth to 2 things: my baby and the software.
We all have kids the same. So early April, mid-April, June. We all have kids that were born in the 2020.
My daughter was born April 5th of 20. So it's right in
Oh, me too.
Oh God,
the meat of COVID.
He was almost not allowed to go visit the baby.
Yeah.
No. Well,
Right?
they let me in the hospital until the baby was born, and they said after an hour you have to leave. And I didn't even have to pay extra for them to throw me out.
Yeah, no, same. I was in there by myself.
Let's maybe spit out this beautiful whiskey.
Yeah, because
Don't do it again.
my first kid was born before COVID, and I stayed in the hospital for 24 hours or 2 days.
Yeah, it's part
and
of.
even then, my wife was like, "You were sleeping half the time," and all this. It's well, okay. And I was just.
But I was laying next to my baby's energy.
Yes, but then during this April of 20 baby, I had to leave right away.
Was Justice born here or Texas?
Here at Hogue.
Nice.
Yeah, here at Hogue, and I had a beautiful pregnancy, but my birth was hard because they I don't know, they just wanted me to go fast. They induced me, so it was 4 days that I was in labor, and then finally it was it was crazy. It was great. I was by myself. I was by myself too because of COVID. So finally, at first I thought it was just going to be this. So I had this Beyonce outfit on because I was I'm going to birth this baby with this beautiful outfit on and this hair thing. But no, it wasn't like that. It was very gnarly. I wouldn't dilate, and they were just trying to make me dilate. So they were just doing it, trying. And by the 4th day, I was this can't be healthy for either one of us.
And now we talked about what happened when you were 12 and 16, how your family was taken advantage of, and you've probably seen it a few times after that.
Right.
If you weren't who you were, we see this all the time with our clients, they're catastrophically taken advantage of in hospitals, things like this.
Well, that's what was funny, is that I was like, just like everybody else. When COVID happened, they didn't care. My doctor, like nobody was jumping through hoops for anybody. So it was I felt what everybody normal human feels during that period. And I was able to say, like, you know, this is what we're all dealing with, I guess. You know, because I had no special privileges. I mean, I allegedly did. I had allegedly a special privileged room.
Especially in California, where the med mal laws have been so draconian for so long.
Right,
doctors
so sad.
would just laugh at you.
Yes.
Like, go ahead and sue me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, because you couldn't even get anything from them. But now that the laws are slowly changing now, the doctors aren't going to be so ballsy. And a lot of my friends are doctors. I'm not trying to insult anybody, but lots of doctors for many years have been very ballsy.
Yes.
10 feet tall and bulletproof. We can fuck up. We can do whatever. In California, here's 250 grand, get lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But not anymore. Pretty soon they're going to be held accountable in this state.
One good hack that we learned with our third baby is if you get they have these private nurses now, which they're not like crazy expensive, but it's like for what you're going to get returned.
But they're at the hospital with you?
Yeah, so you bring a private nurse in, and they know everybody there, usually used to work there, so they make sure that shit fucking happens. Don't steal that ball tomorrow, Jesus Christ.
I think something happened.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I had a doula, but she couldn't come into the hospital.
Same thing.
So she had to wait till we came out.
Doula had to wait downstairs, pick up the placenta, do all these things.
I know. Yeah. I know. I can't wait to have
People like
placenta one
barbecue
day.
the placenta and eat it. But it does look like a tri-tip, you know? When you
I didn't even look at it. You can actually make it into little pills. Well, Chris, my wife did that, where you can...
You never seen one? It looks like a tri-tip. It just like falls out. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I almost passed out when I delivered our last baby, and I was like, oh. I was almost that guy.
They had the smelling salts. They're like, man down, man down. Oh my God, yeah.
We are the weaker species. I mean,
no, but it's a gnarly. It's barbaric, and I've seen, like, you know, I'm not one to be afraid of surgery. I've gone into a lot of my friends back in the day, you know, when I thought I was so cool when I just started practicing. I'd go to the surgeries. I wanted to see the surgeries of my clients, so I'd go into the surgeries and I'd see them, so I could, when I talked about it, I could tell the jury, like, I was there, like, you know, and all this stuff, and so I was really gnarly.
Well,
you know,
we flash forward to when you had. This was 3 years ago. This was 2020 when you had Justice. But there's a lot happened in between there. So Candice Bond came from Louisiana.
Yes.
16 years old, GED, to New Orleans.
Why is there a way to college somehow? Did you get a scholarship or what happened?
Yeah, no, I didn't get a scholarship, but I got grants. Okay. But I went to HBCU. So I went to a school named Dillard.
Historically Black College and University.
Yes.
See how smart I am?
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yes, I went to HBCU, and so because I went to church there.
I used to gamble a lot on Grambling football, so I know.
I actually know Graham. Okay, the SWAC. They're in the SWAC.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so
you went to one of these historically Black colleges.
Yes, Dillard.
Dillard, okay.
Dillard University. Yes, and I loved it.
There's shopping malls in the South.
Yeah, I loved it. It was very. They take everything.
Well, what was the school? Mostly Black?
All.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know, because, you know, I know for sure that somebody's like Grambling and stuff, that they usually have like a white quarterback.
Yeah, no. This back then, Lil Wayne actually was in our class, and he would rap. It was when he was still chubby, and he would just rap, and he was super cool. And his mom was like, "You're not quitting college for this," and then, of course, he did. But, you know,
so he got a degree there, and what did you get your degree in?
Criminal justice.
Oh, nice.
Me too. Criminal justice. What was your undergrad?
I don't have one.
Oh, that's right.
Criminal justice. See, this is what the thing is. Like, now, these days, our kids, we want them to go to these good schools, and we want to do, but they look at us. I know. I don't
think schools are going to exist when our kids are old.
I know. What's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, what is the value of a 4-year degree anymore? I don't know. I mean,
for me, it was learning social skills, meeting people. Because we grew up with nothing. You go to school, you too. I went there to I was the poorest kid everywhere we went. You're just making connections.
Yeah.
I don't know what celebrity is, but it's like there's a big celebrity that there's like a video on Instagram. They always show it. I want to say it might be Tom Cruise or somebody, where he says, you know what a 4-year degree does for you? It just shows people that you can show up, get stuff done, you know, for 4 years, get there, do it. fall in line, listen to directions, and
Sounds like a military.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like at least you're there, you did it, right?
It is, but isn't
So it
that
just shows
life?
people that you can do it.
We first have to have that stability and balance so we can be imbalanced. If we want to go on a
like that.
hiatus or something, we first, though, have to get that foundation.
You have to have the stability to be unstable.
Yeah, to be imbalanced if you want to sometimes, right? But you always have to come back to your core and to who you are, especially now that we have children, because the children, little sponges, and everything that we feel. So I'm a Reiki practitioner now, and now I do Reiki. I only do it to people that I love. I don't have class.
You know Reiki?
Reiki is like the crystals and stuff, right?
No.
Or like the salt.
No, it's energy healing.
Yeah.
Because I went to one time. Where was I? Jeez, I can't remember. I was in some.
You were in a
random,
milk bath.
I was in some random country, and I went to like a Reiki, like into a cave.
Oh, that's probably cool.
It was like a rock like formation cave. I
I can't believe he actually knows this stuff.
Oh, no, that's cool. That's cool.
You know that I'm. I know
this
so
world.
much.
You like to try things.
I know a little bit about a lot, but I don't really know much. But I know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, this is true, but
Yeah, so
Because
Reiki,
I drank a lot
Reiki's
of booze
cool.
and talked a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Well, if
how
you go
learn.
to bars and get drunk and just talk to random people like I do, you can learn all kinds.
Oh yeah, all kind of stuff.
it's true.
You can. Yeah.
I've learned crazy stuff from just like drunks at bars. Or if you just hang out with Keith Bremer. He knows a lot about everything, especially when he's drunk. He really drops knowledge.
He drops knowledge. It happens sometimes.
So, Candice comes. So, how did you get to? You end up going to law school in San Diego,
Right.
How do you get
how do you end up in San Diego?
How do you get to San Diego?
So I was at the gym at Dillard, and I wasn't really even thinking about law school. And this lady, the alarm went off, the fire alarm. This lady walked out, and I saw her, and she was like all fancy. And she was like, had all this luggage. And I was like, oh, can I help you? And she's like, yeah. I was like, it's just an alarm. It's going to go back in. I'm like, why are you here? She's like, I'm here for career day. You're not coming? And I was like, oh, no, I'm leaving. And she's like, well, I'm here from California Western School. And, why don't you talk to me? So I did. And long story short, she wrote me a note that said, thank you for saving me from the fire, and gave me a full scholarship.
Get the fuck out of here.
Damn.
Yeah, so I went to San Diego. My uncle lived there, who was like my father, so that was great, and I was in San Diego. So I drove
Cal
my...
Western is like right in the gas lamp, right?
Yeah, I loved it. I drove my
I
little
never would have
Nissan
graduated
Altima.
if I went to that law school.
Nissan
I would have been
Altima.
partying.
Yeah. Do you remember those? It was like a
do.
good with tinted black windows. It was white with tinted black windows, and it had like the little... big speakers were from the South, and then the little
Ultima,
thing,
you had an
and you
Yeah,
popped
the
out the
bass.
radio.
I had a
Oh, the pop-out radio.
I had a
Yeah, right? Because it was
you know
so
what?
expensive, you don't want people to
You
steal it, right?
Oh.
So you put it in
People
your-
still I had one of those in my old truck, my S10.
called a
back.
removable
People
face.
still stole that shit.
Removable
They still got
face.
it.
It's crazy.
Real face. Click a button, take it out.
Yeah.
I had a Nissan Pulsar. Remember those? The
No.
two-door, like it
No.
was like a.
You were never in a two-door.
I was. Rob, I've never. I should get some pictures from when I was.
I would love to see
I
it.
was.
I always call him out, and then he'll send me a text
You
like
should
2 hours
see.
later. He finds a picture of like something I said was bullshit. He's
Yeah, it's like I was a.
I believe
more in
him.
Shape, I was a more of a svelte, as they say.
Felt.
Svelte, as they say. But I've gradually become more of like what they call a bigger man. More of a bear type.
Bears are good.
I'm more of a bear.
otter.
Bears are good.
I'm more of a
Otter.
He's an otter.
Otter.
You know what? It's just the bottom line is, I'm sexy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, hey, it's all about the confidence.
Yeah. I know that I'm sexy.
Actually, I think that's the number one. Like, you have confidence and
Sure.
a little bit of knowledge, you can get through.
Yes, that's what we have to teach. We have to teach the kids, right? We have to teach the children
Every
that.
day. Be
God.
bold.
Well, I will say, as Bob will agree with me, I'm sure you will agree with me, being a parent is probably the most important job we have, right?
It's it.
That's it. The most important job.
It's it. It's it.
To
Because
me, that's the most important job.
you can't mess up. Like, you can't really mess up. Like, you can't have a plan and go, I'm just gonna move to Peru. This sounds beautiful. We'll do this for a couple days, kid, a couple of years. Whatever. No, you have to have a plan. You have to execute your plan, and you have to execute. So for me, when I went to Dallas and he started private school there, and he's really good, and he loves social stuff. He's the only child, so he loves going and hanging out. But for Dallas, we can't play sports. So it's too hot.
Too hot or too
so
cold or
it's
too
like, I'm
icy
like,
or-
I don't know if he's gonna play sports. I mean, he could be like I don't know. He likes to sing, maybe. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't really care. Like, I'm gonna hopefully have him set up so he's fine regardless. But if it was going to be sports, we wouldn't have done it because he can't do it. He was in there, Mommy, I want my watermelon. I have his little watermelon. They're like, this kid's so spoiled. I'm like, no, he's not from the South. Because when they're from, because he was born here. So if you're from Texas, they're fine. They're like, we're cool.
Like when I grew up in Western Pennsylvania, I quit football because we have to do 2-a-days in August. If you did 2-a-days, like, you could do it in this type of weather. But
football 2 days.
It's
and
crazy.
All that stuff,
With all the humidity. And like, I remember like I was like, this is stupid. This is stupid. There's no reason you should be doing it.
You know, I did that.
The
I played football in high school in Southern California, which for people who aren't from here, people think, oh, California, the weather's great. LA, the weather's great. Yeah. Listen, the weather's great at the beach.
Yeah, you know? Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, where Bob lives, like Bob posted some shit the other day just to piss me off. I live in fucking
75
Hollywood.
and sunny every day.
I live in Hollywood Hills. Right? I live in Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
You know what the difference in temperature is from Hollywood Hills to Manhattan Beach in August? Like 40 degrees. Okay? It's 78 at Bob's house in August, and it's 110 at my house.
Yeah.
So it's hot here.
You know, we just, I don't want to hear, you got to go to Dallas. You got to go to Dallas. We're just going to do you a few, just like 2 days of you, that's what you should film. 2 days of him in Dallas and whiskey. And so
we should do a traveling Morrow show.
Let him
we're going to do the Houston Whiskey Social. We're going to do an October.
With that guy, you know what kind of sweating I will do? Bob,
no, it's going to be a whole, you're going to be able to make a bottle.
JC, can you get someone, if I go to Houston, I need an IV person on because if I'm eating,
remember that guy that used to carry around, who was it? P. Diddy, he had the umbrella, the guy with the umbrella.
Yeah.
Farnsworth Bentley.
Wow, so he does know a lot of stuff.
And as a matter of fact.
This is a knowledge guy.
As a matter of fact, I have Farnsworth Bentley's book at my house.
You wrote
It's called
book?
How to Be a Gentleman. It is one of the most incredible books. You wouldn't think Farnsworth Bentley would have been so knowledgeable, but the guy was truly like a Renaissance man. And he tells you how to dress, how to eat.
I love that book.
Yeah, I'll send you this book. If you don't have it, I'll send you one. It's called
I'll read it to him.
The guy is truly Farnsworth Bentley. The reason why he was Diddy's, Diddy's butler, is because the guy was like the most incredible. He knew how to do everything.
Yeah, Diddy does hang with elevated
Farnsworth
folks.
Bentley's the best.
He does.
So,
more of my useless knowledge.
Can you speaking of useless knowledge, but useful for the show, start your last bottle, because I want to get to, Candice comes here to law school, full ride.
Yeah.
Before you start introducing, we're going to start talking about this. Candice then goes to the DA's office.
Wow.
Public
You didn't know this. DA's office in Orange County.
Public defender.
Public defender. Sorry, I don't want to insult you.
Yeah, please don't insult me.
The DA's got shit teed up. It was no budget, bad cases.
Oh my, they can dismiss. So when you meet a DA and they're like, I'm 99% success rate, you're like, because you dismiss everyone that you think has any thought of losing, right? So like when you're a criminal attorney and you're really winning, like public defender, you're really winning. Like, you know.
So going from that, like,
I love
public defenders is the most altruistic thing you could do as a lawyer.
Yes, absolutely. And I think if my son, I don't know if he wants to be a lawyer, and I'm
his name is Justice Bond.
But yes, but if he does, I will make him go to be a public defender.
Awesome.
For like at least 2 years.
I've known lots of good trial lawyers, PI lawyers that worked in the public defender's office, and they always say it was an incredible experience. Yeah. Bob, have I ever told you my story about the DA's office?
Is this when you were charged?
No, not when I was. Those charges were dismissed. No, but I was a intern in the DA's office in San Bernardino.
What? You?
When I was in my third year last year law school. So I was in the DA's office in San Bernardino. And I was there with there was 10 people from all these law schools, all these prestigious law schools that were in the DA's office. And I weaseled my way in there somehow, even though I went to an unaccredited night school in Inglewood.
Yeah,
you know?
You got it.
So I went to some shitty school, but I got in there. And so all of us, all 10 of these people were from like UCLA, USC, all the good schools, Hastings, all of them. All 10 of us took the bar. I'm the only one who passed.
No, really?
They all failed.
So by default.
Yeah, they all failed. So then the guy who was like our program coordinator was like, well, do you want to be a DA? I'm like, well, shit, I mean, I have no other prospects. What the hell? Okay, I'll be a DA. So they hired me to be a DA.
What? You were a DA?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you the story. So they hired me to be a DA. So then I had to do like a 9-week training program.
Yeah, you have to do the
So I did like the 9-week training program in San Bernardino downtown. At the time I lived in Diamond Bar, which is from Diamond Bar to San Bernardino is like
They have diamonds.
maybe like
no
a
bars, but
like a
diamonds.
40-minute drive,
Bars.
right?
Yeah.
So I was 40 minutes to San Bernardino. That was good, but so I did the 9 weeks, and then they said, okay, well, we're gonna assign you to Victorville,
Oh,
right? And this was in the like late 90s.
rough.
And they said, we're going to send you to Victorville to do like misdemeanor bullshit. And the pay was
Oh, yeah.
$46,000 a year. And I was going to Victorville.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember I talked to my dad, who my dad was a very smart guy. I said, Dad, what do you think? Should I go to Victorville for $46,000? He's like, are you fucking kidding? I'd go work at Home Depot first.
Yes.
You know? So I called the guy up. I said, listen, the only way I'll work is if you assign me to Chino Hills, which is San Bernardino, which
Yeah.
is an hour and a half from Victorville. But
Right,
San Bernardino is
right.
a big county.
Yeah.
They're like, well, there are openings in San Bernardino, is in Victorville. I said, I'm not taking it. They said, okay, well then you're fired. I said, okay, no problem.
You're like, I haven't even started.
So they're like, you don't want to be a district. They were like so shocked that I didn't want to be a district attorney in Victorville after I spent 9 weeks in there training. But I want to go to Victorville.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to go to Victorville for 40 grand?
You're like, you didn't tell me that
Rex
in
Harris.
the 9 weeks.
You know what I mean? So I quit. So I actually never prosecuted a case, but I was, I guess, hired.
Oh,
by
you're
them.
trained.
I'm actually, now that I look back at it, I should have done it for 6 months or something.
Just
Yeah,
to
but
get
you
it.
wouldn't have been. You wouldn't have been in the place where you were at the same
Yeah,
time. Don't
but I didn't.
disrupt the continuum. We talked about
Yeah,
this.
so I didn't do it.
Mara, what do you got here today?
Okay. So, Candice, someone who came from, a place where she had to fight for everything she has.
Yes.
She had to come up from, she doesn't have pedigree like Bob, and that's why me and Bob get along so well. I got no fucking pedigree.
No
right?
pedigree.
I mean, I got no pedigree. We got nothing. We're just, you get there from your crawling and punching and fighting, right? So this is called Left Cross Puncher's Chance. This is a 14-year aged bourbon.
Beautiful.
And it's aged in in Jamaican rum cask, so it gives it a little bit of that rum taste. But the thing that why we picked this one for you is that the Left Cross, their motto for Left Cross is they're inspired by two great American traditions: drinking whiskey and fighting for what we believe in and fighting for justice.
Yes.
That is the puncher's chance. And also there is a tiger on the bottle, which, tiger's my spirit animal. I'm wearing my tiger sock.
Oh, yeah, you have to. That is your spirit animal.
It's my spirit animal. So let's drink this one in honor of
Absolutely.
Candice. Puncher's Chance bourbon.
Thank you. I'm going to get that one just because I love the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see if it's good because we've never had.
I've
this.
never had
Story-
it,
it's a story
but this one is just a drew us to you.
drew us. It was an energy. It was my Reiki. My Reiki drew that in.
Mara and I didn't even talk, and we got
Cheers.
bottles. Cheers, cilantro.
Cheers.
Mara, I thought yours had the lipstick on it, but I guess not.
No, I'm not wearing any. Usually
Not today.
Usually I'll wear some lipstick.
Not today. Today's your lipstick day off.
Let me see. How's the rum cast? What does it do to you?
It's very good.
What does it do to you?
But it's like after tasting the one that Candice brought, that'll taste the rum. Maybe after this.
It has a
pretty good.
punch.
That's
That's why it's called
This
Puncher's
is good.
Chance.
This is good. It's 14 years,
good.
so it's going to be mellow.
Yeah, at 14 years, and then your firm now is 15 years old, so almost
is.
as old as your firm.
It
It's just a
is.
youngin', just a young pup.
It's funny the things you get excited about when you get older. Like you have the same, case managers there and staff there that have been there for 10 plus years. Like, it's funny how that just makes you happy. You know what I mean? After different things make you happy as you grow, and you're like, man, these people really like me. They really like me. They really want to have my back. It hasn't been easy. And so for everyone just to have my back is such a love for them, you know what I mean? And it's like a love for their family that I want them to be successful.
Since you're in 25 states now, before COVID, about 4, and to have this national practice where Candice Bond could be anywhere.
Yes.
You were in Peru this weekend.
Right.
Have Dallas, California.
Yeah.
You're living in Dallas, right now, full time?
I do Dallas and California, about half and half.
Mostly in Texas.
Mostly in Texas. Oh my God, did I tell you the snake story?
No.
Oh God. Okay, so this is what's making me want to maybe come to California a little bit more. Okay, so.
Oh God.
Yes, no, it's really scary. So my mom and son, I don't know why, I was upstairs and they screamed really loud. So they come inside and my mom has ice and she's like pelting this ice at something, right? And I'm like, what is this? So I look and it's right outside and it's a 6 foot, like this thick, 6 foot, just this happened like 3 weeks ago, venomous water moccasin.
Get the hell out.
Okay, black, okay?
Nope.
And it is, and I said, Mom, how did this even happen? She goes, Justice went to go grab his toy outside and the snake, she goes, I saw this thing move and then I grabbed Justice. So the thing was coming for my child. So like, I was like, okay, all right. So I know what we think about snakes in Peru, but this one's gotta go. It's trying to kill my son. So I got on my little golf cart and I went to all the neighbors in my pajamas, knocked on all these doors, asked people for a shovel. So I asked this one lady and she's like, I just moved here. I don't have a shovel. Call the police. I'm like, the police are not gonna come for a snake, okay? And so I was like, so finally one guy was like, here's a shovel. He's like, watch my kids. He had his kids. He's like, watch my kids for a minute and I'll go get you the shovel. I said, I got you. So I watched his kids. He brought me the shovel and he said, should I go? Do you need me to help? I said, no, this is between me and that snake, right? And so I go in there and I have the shovel and I go outside and I put my speaker on and I put Jay-Z on really loud and I get this.
What song? Do you remember? It's from Blueprint, right? I mean, his best album.
No, it was 90. It was the one he's first born. No, it was the Black Album.
Okay.
So it was the Black Album. It was like
New
December.
York,
No, it was December.
City of Dreams.
December, whatever his birthday is. December 9th, that first song. Like I was born on this. Anyway, that's my song. And so it was playing and I had my little speaker and my mom and my baby are watching from the window, right? And I have the shovel and it's under this like couch outside. And so then I was like, okay, pray, like, because I'm imagining, like, I haven't really killed anything before. And it's big, so like its face is probably this big, right? So I'm like, when we fight, like I'm in a fight, like this is about to be a fight, I'm gonna have to cut its head off, right? So I like prayed and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And I was like, Candice said, put tobacco lines. Because in Peru, we put tobacco lines all over our bungalows so the snakes don't come in. And so I ran upstairs and I got some stuff that Candice gave me for snakes. And I ran it like across the step and the little thing, not little, big, boom, went back into the water. Because I live on a lake. It went back into the water. And like, I mean, it was big. Evan actually.
As soon as it smelled the tobacco.
Yes.
They hate tobacco.
I guess. And so when Evan had texted me, he goes, oh, that was so funny. I thought that was a real snake outside. I was like, it was.
It's like vampires hate garlic.
Like, and so, but Kinty's so funny. So Kinty texts me. He said, I put it on Instagram, my shaman. He texts me on Instagram and says, good job, sister, you passed the test.
Give us like a 2-minute version of what's the shaman.
And I said, what's the test?
Tell us about the shaman and how the shaman's involved.
Wait, I want to finish this. What's the test?
So the test said, he said, snake represents your past. And he said, and you had a choice to kill it or to make peace with it. He's like, and you made peace with it and it left.
Wow.
Tell us about
Morrow had a different shovel story with a vagrant that made into his backyard. And
that's true. And also, when I was single, I kept a shovel in the trunk of my car, but usually it scared the girls away.
He also had some duct tape and a garbage bag.
I mean, I had duct tape, a mask, and a shovel, but it wasn't great for my dating.
Well, at least you'd have the rope. The rope and the rope. The rope would have been a dead giveaway.
Man.
Yeah. So yeah, that snake, that was about 3 weeks ago. That really got me.
Sir,
that got me.
Snakes in Southern California.
I heard in the DA's office in Orange County, you guys used to have like rubber chickens or something.
Oh, the PD's office.
PD's office.
Rubber sharks.
Really?
Yeah. So first of all, the PD's office is dope. Like, we are all such good friends. We like eat lunch together every day. We make fun of each other. Like, we don't have money like to do his trial. So like if he's in trial and I'm not in trial, I'll be like, okay, what poster boards do you need, bro? So I'm like printing out his poster boards and like bringing it to him. It's like, we're gonna win the DA. Like, it's us against the DA. We were trained. We're like, who wins, a DA or a monkey? A monkey that always answers yes. If you're ready for the judge says, are you ready for trial? And the monkey says, yes, yes, yes. The monkey always wins. So even if you're not ready for trial, you say, yes, I'm ready. So we learned to read the police reports while we were in trial, because that's when they had to give it to us. So if we just said we're ready, and the DA's scared to death of that, right? So they dismiss it. We wouldn't waive time, so it's 30 days. We're like, we're not waiving time, we're going to trial in 30 days. And they hated that, right? Wow. And so, yeah,
There's some PI lawyers, that might read the depots while they're at council table too. Someone. Well,
the reports are a little bad because the cops come in to testify, and you're like, he did what?
But it's fresh.
He did what? But I mean, Keith Bruno that's how we know each other. And I actually, wanted him to get involved in PI. And I told him, like, hey, bro, like, you're winning in criminal. Like, it's good. It's hard in criminal. We're in Orange County, and you're getting not guilties. We get not guilties in Orange County, right? Where everyone hates our clients. I was like, we're special. We can do this. And then he's like, I'm not answering Discovery all day, Candice. You are so bored.
Oh, he still doesn't answer Discovery.
Right, but he didn't know that he didn't have to. So I'm like, okay. I said, do one case with me. One case. And if you hate it, done. And so then the one case that I have assigned with him happens to be when all that shit was going down with them letting the real bill amount into evidence. Oh, yeah. So they were going to be able to testify about what the bill actually was from the hospital, what Ari paid for it, right? And so it's going to be all this drama.
Ari Resnick.
Yeah, so I love him. So it's gonna be drama. So I said, oh shit, we can't let this first time he's ever done this question, this witness, and it's all gonna come out and we're gonna lose. Now it's gonna be not only admissible in Discovery, it's because that's the time it was admissible in Discovery, it's gonna be admissible in live trial. It's like, oh my God, shit. So I was like, okay. So I text Nick. I was like, Nick, I need a favor.
Nick Rowley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he was like, I hate you, whatever. And he's like, you haven't called me in a while. And I was like, please. He's like, fine, bring me over the file. And he happened
Nick
to
doesn't like that. Nick, if you gotta massage Nick's ego a little bit, you gotta call and tell him, hey, how you doing, Nick, like 3-4 times, and then ask him for something.
Oh no, this doesn't work for me anymore. This isn't. But I feel like my calling in life was to introduce them. So then I called Nick and I say, Nick, Keith's never tried a case in his life. He's a good trial lawyer, but they're going to eat him up with this Discovery issue, right? I was like, so you have to come in. And I was like, he has kids, you have kids, you're going to love each other. There's a deposition tonight. He's never done a doctor's deposition. It was a treating depot too, so the doctor was really strong for us. So I was like, okay, so they met at that depot and then they called me that night. They were drinking. They were like, we love each other. And I was like, I knew it. And then that was their love affair.
A good friend of mine he's like the Brian Panish, Gary Dordick of criminal law. His name's Simon Aval. I don't know if you know him.
No.
But he does the death penalty cases, the biggest criminal cases there are, he does them. And I asked him about Keith Bruno like 10 years ago. When Keith switched over to PI like 5, 6, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
When Keith switched over. And I said, hey, Simon, you know this guy Keith Bruno? Oh, I know him. He's fucking great trial lawyer and a real snappy dresser.
He's a snappy
and
dresser.
a real snappy.
I love
Keith. He always dresses super good. Yeah. And he's an amazing trial lawyer. I think he'll do great in PI.
Oh, he will. And he did.
Simon told me, he says, man, he will do great.
Oh, well, the way he dressed in criminal is in PI is way low key, because in criminal, he had the vest.
Yeah, but my buddy Simon says, man, he is the best dressed lawyer I've ever seen.
It was so good.
And an amazing criminal defense lawyer.
Listen, anybody who's getting not guilties in Orange County, when you're a public defender, he was, and then
I remember when Bruno first started, he used to call me because we had that mutual friend Simon, because him and Simon had a lot of like co-defendant cases together. So I said, hey, you're friends with my buddy Simon. And so he would call me and like he didn't know anything. Yeah. Like he would ask me crazy questions, and I always I'll help anybody. Anyone who wants to call me, I'll help him. I'm like, Bob, I'll help him. I don't give a fuck.
Especially it's good to brainstorm.
Yeah, and then I'm so happy for Keith and his wife. They've done so well. And it's great for them. They've done great. And I'm happy for them that they've been able to come in and do it. And when people told them probably, oh, you've been doing criminal for so long, stick to what you know. And you know how people...
Oh, no, a lot of it, I had a hard time convincing him. The one trial he did was a favor, because I was like, please.
Now he refuses to do it.
This was, okay, the case? It was a $1,000 PD, rear ender. My guy worked for like Caesar's Pizza or something. He had like 3 surgeries. It was a $100,000 policy, and it was open. And so it was open, and we're going to trial. And it's like, it's no big. He had like a couple knee surgeries. His neck still hurt, and so it wasn't like this huge case, right? And Nick came in, and they came in, and man, the adjuster hand wrote. And I said, I'm not going to take any fees. I said, you guys, can you come? I want Nick and Keith to do this, and I'm not going to take any fees because I need this client to have justice. This client needs it, and it's a hard case, but you guys can do it. And yeah, when they got the adjuster hand wrote the check and had it delivered like the same day as the jury left.
Well,
I love that.
When you were in the PD's office, what's the rubber shark story?
Oh yeah, so there was we would always joke with each other and like, do all these kind of funny things. But when you won a trial at the PD's office, they'd put a rubber, like it was probably like this big, rubber shark like on your door. And when someone else won, he would get, everybody would have the rubber shark. And I had 3 really tough cases in a row. And I won all of them, not guilties. And the last one was really gnarly because it was a gang case. And gang cases are
in
just...
Orange County.
Yeah, gang cases are basically, it was like an injunction. So it was called a gang injunction. So this guy was on this gang injunction. And so if he even hung around someone else that was on the injunction, he got 180 days. That was the minimum, right? And so I go and meet him behind in the cell and he goes, look at me. He goes, teaching officer, he goes, look at me. All my tattoos are taken off. He was 19. He goes, all my tattoos I'm not in this gang. How can I be on this gang injunction when I'm not in this gang? And so I went into the judge. In criminal, you can just go right into the judge. And I went in there and I said, listen, he's not in a gang. I need the judge to help me with this. We got to OR him. And he was like, no, of course the DA's like, she's full of shit. She's always full of shit. That's Candice's bleeding heart, And so I was like, okay, then you look at his outfit. You look at his clothes. I said, he's gonna get killed in there. And so the judge said, okay, come in for lunch. And the judge, the guy took off his clothes, his shirt, and all the tattoos were being removed. They were like in the process of all being removed. The gang, that's like big. So he OR'd him. Oh my God, the DA was so mad.
What does OR mean?
Own recognizance. So no bail, no.
I never did criminal. I was
No, it's fun for when you're a kid, right? There was like staff that would go around, like staff infection would go around. We'd like, with our gloves.
So when did you transition out of?
So the shark, okay. So I kept winning the shark and my, supervisor was like very happy for me. So he came to congratulate me on the gang thing. And I was like having like bill calls, like, my student loans or whatever it was. It was something that like I couldn't afford, right? And I was always one that like, I'm gonna take care of my family. As soon as I started being a lawyer, like, Mom, I don't want you to work ever again. And like, I wanna buy your house and whatever. So there was a lot of pressure, right? So he came in and he said, you're doing great. And I said, can we have an honest conversation? Like, how much do you make a year? You've been here for 25 years, and he told me, and I said, I can't do what I want to do for my family. Like, what is the shark gonna do? The shark can't pay me. I'm like, as much as I would love to do this, because I loved being a public defender, I can't afford it, And so the next day we were dark and I read a magazine about a celebrity's kid getting too much medicine. And there was a civil lawsuit, negligence for like 20 million. And I'm like, I can do this. I can do this any day. So the next day I started working in PI. Like the next week after we were dark, I started doing PI trials. And so I just did all their shitty, nobody could
for
trials.
A firm?
For a firm, yeah.
What firm was that, do you remember?
That was Carpenter and Zuckerman.
Oh, very nice.
Yep. I did a lot of trials for them, and it was fun. It was fun, and I won. And then I just said, I started learning the business side of it a little bit more, and I said, you know what, I want a firm with I'm just OCD with processes and procedures and everything, like we all are, right? So it's I just wanted to have my processes and procedures, and I wanted to be paperless from the beginning.
You started your firm in 2008, your firm.
My firm, 2008, yes. Yeah. And paperless from the beginning, which was, I had to train the scan department I wrote all the extensions of how we save things. Then I had to I sat in the scan department for a month. That was my thing back when I was a little crazy and I was younger lawyer. I would if the case manager would try to act crazy and quit or something, or the receptionist wasn't answering the phone, or the scan department was scanning wrong, I would go in their position.
Do it yourself.
So I'd fire the case manager and I'd sit in their seat. So the other people in the office was don't think she doesn't know how to do it. If she's telling you to do it, she's telling you because she's trying to help you. She's not on some thing saying, oh, no, this is how you do it. And she doesn't know any better. If she tells you, she knows it.
That's the one thing.
So that was, yeah.
You worked by yourself, you did your own stuff.
Yeah.
It's in my office, I've been a paralegal, I've been a case manager. I've been a medical record clerk.
Yes.
I've been a case negotiator.
Yes, negotiating liens.
So, like, when I say shit to my office, when I say people shit to my office, I'm not saying it because I'm trying. It's some theory.
You're not being
I did that.
Yes, yes.
You know?
And that's what I'm sure at your office, and I know at my office, they respect that.
Yeah.
Because now I don't need to do all that commotion like I used to, like go sit and fire people. Now they're just like, no, she really does do it. So if I like the receptionist, if I call my office, for example, and it rings like too many times, I'll like, what happened? Why did it ring so many times? Like other people calling. And so like, I like know how to teach that. And so my office is really amazing. My attorneys are so amazing. Most of them have been with me since they were right out of law school. And, when I wanted to do this whole national thing, everybody thought I was crazy. Yeah. Everybody, including my really dear friend, Brian. And so he's like, there's enough stuff in California. You're crazy. This is going to be too much stressful. You can't do this. And I mean, no one encouraged me to do it. I had no encouragement. I met Bob later. And what's funny is because Brianne, one of my lawyers, was talking about him and wanting to work with him because she's more like in the know than I am. I was like I don't know anything. And then she's like, he's cool. And so then I got to know him. So then when COVID happened and felt as an owner, I felt so bad for you because I was like, dude, he just opened physical buildings and COVID just hit and that's his new business model. Like, so I was like telling all my girls, we're signing up, we're being loyal, signing up with him. I don't know what we needed if we don't need it, but all of my office signed up with him because we're gonna support him. And like now to watch you doing what most people would have given up on in COVID, that was crazy. And I'm sure you didn't have a lot of people saying, keep doing this.
No, yeah, they're like, you open a co-working space during COVID. It's like, well, it's not really a co-working space, but it's like, well, people understand what it really is and the mentorship and all this stuff. Like, oh, fuck, I had no idea that's what it really is.
Yeah, but you did it during COVID when everyone thought they were never going to leave the house. Everyone thought they were going to work remote for the rest of their life. Everybody's trying to make their background really nice. Like, everyone's like, okay, that might be beautiful what you have, but we're working remote. Like, we're not leaving, right? So it was like the timing of when you did that and the pandemic, I felt and I'm such an entrepreneur and I love building and I loved your idea. So I was just like, oh, my friend. I was like, okay, we got to support him. He's going to get through this, but we got to give extra support. So yeah, I was very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. It's very hard to have a vision and nobody understands your vision because it's your vision.
Right. We turn these
like John Morgan's second book. The first one's Can't Teach Hungry.
Yep.
Second one is You Can't Teach Vision.
And that's what people just understand. Like when we have these discussions, there's only so many people. Like this circle here is included where you can have these discussions.
Yes.
People are like, you guys get it.
Yeah.
Other people we talk to, like, this doesn't compute. It's like, this isn't.
But that's why they're not supposed to get it. That's why you have to. That's why you have to lay out the procedures and the things so they just sign up and they do what they do and they just do it. You've already put in the legwork. So not everybody has to get it. I mean, and that's
fine.
That's what like the shamans, like everyone I deal with. There's people that are just elevated to a different energy that they're supposed to do certain things in life. The shamans do believe something.
Candice, you seem, we're going to end on this because we're at the end of the show here, but you seem very at peace with Candice Bond.
Yes, I am.
Your journey where you are. And you had to fight since you were a little girl.
I did, and I've been sued by probably all your friends in the law community. Like, come on, stronger. All the men have sued me at least once, okay? So,
that's why we got to get the left cross on it.
That I have gone through all of that, and the circle that I have is really tight. I have a very tight circle. They're not all lawyers. A lot of, celebrity entertainers. That's what I love about what we do at the retreats in Peru is because when you go there, I mean, it's jungle, it's nothing fancy, and there's princes there. There's people that are money that I could never understand in my life are there, and everybody's trying to find inner peace. Mm-hmm. Everybody, right? And they're like, I have $1 trillion, but I'm not happy. I'm not this, I'm not that. So these people are really putting in the work for their spiritual mind, like one would do yoga. And now I'm like elevated to like
I just drink booze for my inner peace.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I go on trips with Bob like 2-3 times a year, and we just get drunk.
Yeah.
And
you should do that. You can
eat, and we play Uno.
And we play Uno till late at night. Me and Bob have like epic Uno games. Like sometimes they go on for hours. And
do you ever play Uno? You play this
I
game?
did when I was a kid.
So there's
We
this
still
like
play Uno, and
yeah,
it gets
but
really
there's different rules. We play a good rule. People
but
like
you can make up your own rules.
Yeah,
Bob,
'cause if
Bob
they-
makes up rules that really usually fuck me up. You know.
But it's funny. It's very funny when it's not his turn, like a lot, because when it's not his turn a lot, you know what happens tomorrow?
He falls asleep. He falls asleep. No, I love
Got to bring the Uno cards to Ibiza.
I already have them.
Me and Bob are going to Ibiza next week.
Did you guys do those cards, like the cards against humanity or those other kind of cards?
those.
Never
I
done.
haven't.
Oh, those are fun.
Everybody says they're fun.
Oh no, they're
We
super
stick
fun.
to
There's
Uno.
another one. I have to see. I forgot the name of it, but the other one is really funny.
Magic the Gathering.
No, but it's like Cards Against
That I
Humanity, but
like.
it's a little bit more because you guys are bringing your wives, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit more sexual and funny. And it's like three choices. Like if you had to do whatever, like what would you do? And like it's so funny because my CFO didn't know what one was, and he picked it because we do it at our office sometimes when we're bored. We're like, okay, let's have a. And he picked the golden shower one, right? And so, but we didn't know what it was, and so we said because you have to guess what the other one's gonna guess, right? And so we're like, he's gonna guess this, right? And then we all wrote down what he's gonna guess, and then he's like, I guess golden shower. We're like. He's like, I don't know what it was. I was like, well, then you shouldn't pick that. But it's funny. It's like it's really funny. You should
Send
do
those
that.
cards along. I'm in the golden
That one's
showers.
fun.
Oh, here we go.
No, you're not. He wasn't either. He didn't know what it was. But the stuff on there, it's like, and who would you marry? That's across from you. It's all kind of funny stuff, and it makes you laugh. It tells you, it's funny.
Just don't let his
It'll be
wife
good with
drink
those bars
tequila.
that I gave you.
Cannot.
Me and Bob get drunk. We play Uno and we watch Dave Chappelle videos
Yeah, Dave
Oh, yeah, God,
Chappelle's
he's so
funny.
and laugh so much. Remember that time when we were in Spain? We laughed so much. I thought you were gonna choke. You were laughing so
was.
hard.
Laughter is
We were watching-
medicine.
we were watching
It is.
Dave
It's
Chappelle videos.
that is the cure to life.
Laughter is
laughter.
missing, and it's good that you guys are this good of friends. You know what I mean? Because you need like your brother that like no matter what, you're gonna be able to call that person and they understand, and they're not gonna go tell everybody.
Yeah.
But you can be like, hey, I'm having an issue, and if they're your real brother, they're gonna tell you the good advice. They're not gonna give you the bad.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed now. The people in my life, Franco Vescovi, he's a very famous. He owns. Like all my people are very famous in their own right, and it's like I just know that I can just call them and they will like have my back.
Yeah, and they're not going to be yes people that just tell.
Oh
you.
no! I have no more. I have none of
that.
those. I have none of those. But I've seen. I think people in my firm have seen, and my friends have seen what I've gone through.
Love it. So we're at the end of the episode here, Candice. You're a fucking rock star. I hope people are
Thank you for
inspired
having me.
From, being any walk of life, people telling you couldn't have done it, you couldn't have gone to school, couldn't go to
Yeah.
law school, couldn't be your own boss to where you are now.
Yes.
So we have to ask you. So we're going to put all three bottles out here and ask you the critical question at the end of every show.
Gosh.
Candice Bond, out of these three that you had today, what is your bourbon of proof?
What is
Is it bad that I picked the one that I gave?
It's totally
No.
okay.
No, that was the one. That was my
the
favorite.
Blanton single barrel? Well, I can't blame you on that.
Yeah.
I think we have an agreement. I think we're 3 for 3.
The
That-
3 agreements. What is it? The 4 agreements?
Yeah. And plus,
fuck
Candice
you
said
talking
you
about?
have
That's a book,
to
The Four
bless
Agreements?
it. The
It's
Four
like the
Agreements is a very
tribunal.
good book.
The 4 Agreements is like a Zen book.
It's a very
You gotta,
good.
you gotta, you
I don't
gotta
read. I hardly
You
write.
have to like listen to audiobooks at least.
I'm gonna give you the 4 Agreements.
When you're going to sleep,
read it.
and you can set the alarm so the audiobook goes off when you fall asleep, so you don't have to it doesn't like keep you going the whole time. So you can set the alarm for 30 minutes and I'm gonna go to sleep.
Interesting.
And it kind of feeds you while you're sleeping. It's good. It's good. Because we don't have time to read,
No, we don't have
really,
time to
right?
read.
It's like, but yeah, I listen to audiobooks that.
Actually, vacation I could read.
Yeah.
My emails, I guess. Wow. Well, Candice, thank
Thank
you
you
for coming
for
on.
having me. This was awesome. This was so fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it again.
Anytime.
Well, we'll do a sequel where Candice is in 50 states, maybe 52
know.
by then. We don't know.
I'm taking a little.
50 states and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
be a state by then.
We're very. There's a couple states that I would like that I don't have.
Like which ones?
State of confusion.
Alaska. I'd love to have Alaska.
Really? We have lawyers in Alaska.
Yeah, I'd love to have Alaska.
Really?
I'd love to have that. Yeah,
Interesting.
that's one of the ones. I have all the ones that I really wanted. Colorado. We have that. Georgia. I love Georgia. I love my attorneys that I have in Georgia, and so all my attorneys that I have are they're the best of the best in their state.
Yep.
Mark and I, you
Yeah,
introduced
he's
me
the
to
best.
Mark.
I love Mark.
Oh my God, Mark and
North
I are
Carolina
like
guy, South
Mark
Carolina.
who?
Bryn Gardner.
Where's he at?
He actually went to law school out here, and then I've known him since he was in law school at Pepperdine, but now he's in North Carolina and crushes.
He's so cool. He introduced me to him, and that was a blessing. I was like, oh my God. So he ended up quitting his firm because I was able to give him enough cases, and so he able to quit. He
starts a lot of lawyers' careers. You find the lawyers that are special in the state. All right, we got to get out of this episode because we don't want to be too long. Even though Mara is very interesting as a human,
he is.
Candice,
and a lot of facts.
And how do our guests find Candice Bond?
You just can't really find
just
me.
Google.
I'm kind of elusive.
That's what I love about her. You have to just.
I'm kind of elusive. I don't put my.
You're like a mountain lion. They call them ghost cats.
Yeah, I don't put my results on my website. I don't put any of. I don't say that 22 billion or whatever. I don't.
Even though it probably is.
I don't say. I don't do that. I don't know why. I just feel it's worked for me.
Because you like your privacy.
To be low key.
You're a private person.
I'm a very private person.
Well, if you run across the ghost cat, Candice Bond, count yourself lucky.
The Ghost Cat. Well, your nickname is the Ghost Cat.
The Ghost Cat. I like it. Paul Zuckerman used to call me Big Game Hunter.
Well, Big Game Hunter, hunting your own game, the Ghost Cat. Thank you for this. Listening to this.
Thank you very much,
edition
guys.
of the Bourbon Approved.
Yes.
The Candice Bond.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Ghost Cat.
The Ghost Cat. The Ghost Cat.